Welcome back, anglers. I'm the Survivalist, and we return to the Angler Call of the Wild, where we're back on Izilo Zasendulo, where I've got to see how we're going to try to do this weekend ahead. We've got some of the main challenge stuff we could look at still crossing off. Now, we've got a few spots we can hit on our way, and I'm thinking we want to go down to this next challenge board. That's probably going to be like another one of the hub areas for our mission objectives and stuff. So I'm wondering if I can fast travel. Okay. You know, maybe we'll just fast travel right back to the vehicle here. It might not be that far of a drive, but we'll try to knock off a couple more of these photo op points, and that'll take us down to that next spot, and then that should allow us to get the last of, like, the silver rank challenges and such there. And then we'll be able to embark and probably look at the gold ranks after that. The gold ranks are still probably going to be a little bit tough, just trying to figure out if we have the funds for all of the different line strengths we'll need, and if we need reels and such with it. It's probably going to be a little more complex for trying to solve that. Yeah, I think we want this road, and then we want to take the next left, and I think the right after that. Yeah, so let's get on our way and see what we can try catching this weekend. I think we've only really got one species left to go for, like, the full species roster for Izilo Zasendulo, and I think that's the catfish. Okay, yeah, so we want it right here. We were able to get a mottled eel last episode. I am a little surprised it did matter that we had to have it at night, but I guess it wasn't too big of a worry or issue. Yeah, it should be right up here. We've got a spot. Here we are. Oh, even a fast travel point, too. I guess the only thing, maybe it's just like the, I mean, that is a lovely looking valley range there. So that's what we're trying to. Oh, no, apparently we're looking at this right here. Really?
Looks like I'm up. Nice little club. Think you'd like it when it's built.
You were a little late, eh?
I guess it just took you too long to crawl all the way back from Joburg.
Yeah, it's tough to care when you're making money for your family.
How do you know? We need to ask Zippo Zoke.
Hey, leave my wife out of this. Anyway, I fish as a hobby, and so should you. This will be the place for the people that aren't as sad as you three.
So... okay, so this is a club in progress. Does that mean, like, that's a hint to another fishing method eventually coming? I don't know. It's weird to have a, like, an in progress as, like, an objective point. Okay, well, there's some bait there. And, well, I mean, I guess with it being right by the river, it could be for something. I just, again, don't really know what you would... Oh. And I did see a little... since we are here, might as well just snag what we can. Oh, springbok drawing. Okay, let's hop back in the vehicle and see...
The springbok, or springbuck, is a medium-sized antelope found mainly in South and Southwest Africa. A slender, long-legged antelope.
Oh, my bad.
Is up to 28 to 34 inches tall at the shoulder and weighs between 60 to 93 pounds. Both sexes have a pair of black 14 to 20-inch horns that curve backwards. The springbok is the national animal of South Africa.
No,
The common name springbok comes from the Afrikaans word spring for jump and bok for antelope. And the first recorded use of the name dates back to 1775.
Well, that's an interesting little bit of trivia for the area. I guess the springbok are little tiny things when you compare them to, like, gazelles or antelope. It's like, from the sound of only, like, 28 inches at the shoulder, that's, like, only around, like, 2 feet, isn't it? Oh, probably should have slowed down for that turn, but I guess just stepping off the gas helped us out there. So yeah, we'll follow this down, try to hit up another spot or two to get the photos done, and then we should be at, or very close to, where the next challenge board is. And my thinking is going to be bottom fishing. Okay, still a ways off. So I do apologize if a lot of this episode is just us driving to reach the destinations. Well, we've got at least a little bit of scenery in that to enjoy. Like, the mountain ranges towering over the outskirts of Izilo Zasendulo do make for stunning sights. Yeah, I think as long as we stick to this road and don't go off into the water, we should be fine. And then, is it a right here? No, it's actually a left. That might leave a dent. Now let's get up around and hit this spot, and then maybe we'll go for the challenge board, just so that way we don't have too much travel in this episode. Yeah, circle our way around here. Looks like there's a stop just up on the left there. And I don't actually know what is the correct side to be driving on for South Africa. I don't know if it's like Europe, where you're supposed to be going on your left, or it's North America, where you're on your right. Well, we got a little photo opportunity, so let's take this.
That will look nice on the website.
Okay. And yeah, we just gotta follow the main road, and we will hit the next club site. So let's see what this one will be. Or what's around it, because like the last one was like a grocery store with the supposed club spot. But we'll see what the full list of species are for it, and if we can get anything around this area for them too. So this is Sunrise Country Club, South Africa. Oh, and it looks like we do have a fair few challenges sitting on the board there we can pick up, but we'll get the... I guess I gotta be on the rock for this? Yeah, there we go.
For the VIPs amongst us, we have a more exclusive club.
That nobody wants to join.
Nobody is good enough.
Or bottom fishing isn't good enough.
Then nothing is. Anyway, as I was saying, we focus on style and sophistication when it comes to angling, and you'll find none better. So please apply if you think you meet the standard.
Anyone that wants to join deserves to join.
And I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
Okay, let's see. Common carp. Mirror carp. Yeah, I figured a lot of the carp species would probably be in here. Oh, there's our challenge for the African sharp-toothed catfish. And we've got the African mottled eel. And, oddly enough, red-nosed labio. And then we've got the golds here. Yeah, again, the biggest thing is just making sure we'll have the right real line set up for it. Okay, that's good in order, and now let's see about the main focus of applying for this club.
Congratulations for making it this far. We are South Africa's most exclusive fishing club, the Sunrise Country Club, and I am Fricky, MBA, leader, entrepreneur, and self-made man. If you want to make the cut, it won't be easy, but we're interested. Maybe you've got what it takes. So, the first thing we need is a before photo. Doesn't matter how big it is, where it is, or what you're wearing. Just catch something.
Okay, simple enough. Let's switch that up. Okay, yeah, so catch a silver rank or higher fish with your requirements of bottom fishing rig. Shouldn't be too problematic, although I might have to check and see if we actually have the equipment. Yeah, I gotta do some changes to the tackle box. We were pretty focused on, I think it was float and spin fishing. So, let's see. Might as well just get rid of all these to free up the slots if we can. Okay, hook sizes should all be fine, I think. I'll just get a couple... Yeah, that's as far as I'll go there. I guess we'll try taking those with us. And those are... we'll take that as well, just in case. I think... Yeah, this is where I need to get some stuff out. That, I think, is basically everything for that. Okay, so you know what? Let's head down right to the water's edge here and see what it's looking like. If we can find our way down. Guess this is kind of like a little bit of a basin or that in the water. I guess maybe it flows from... Yeah, it may flow... Actually, it's kind of interesting that it loops around in a way. Although I guess with high elevation here, it might flow down to here, and then this might flow down further to here, and then to here as well. This might be where most of the reserve's waters, or rivers, all drain towards. Well, let's find the dock, get her set up in place, and then see what we can get. Oh, and we've got a location challenge, too. What is this for? A mirror carp. Okay, we can try that. We've, oddly enough, been having a fair bit of success getting the carps recently. Not that we've actually been after them, but... Let's see if we can get a setup in place now. Okay, so bottom fishing, that... Really? I don't have a line that supports that. 0.45 millimeters. Wait, why? Why can I not use that on it? It should say the line capacity is 75 meters at 0.45, and that's 0.4. Is it like super exclusive? It has to be 0.45. Okay, I think I actually have to fast travel back to a... Okay, I see it says there is an outpost there, although it's not put together yet, so... But there is the only one shop on the map. So we better head back up here and see about trying to pick up a better line. My thought was you could use, like, these sizes up to what the reel says. It didn't have to be that specifically. I guess we'll just see what we can pick up from here and go from that.
How's it?
Okay, let's see. Lines. Okay, there's a 0.45 there, so I guess we'll buy that. And... I don't see a 0.45 here. Maybe that is how they've got it operating now. Okay. Let me just see if that will work for this, otherwise I'm not sure what I've got to do. Okay, but now why is this all active? I can use this. It said we couldn't at the other spot. We'll get the... Might as well just go for... Oh, I see. That might be the advantage of braid. It has very low diameter for its size, so you can use that high strength on a lot of different things. Yeah, we'll go for that since we did pick it up. Maybe we'll start at like a size 3 hook. No, wait a minute. That's why that all of a sudden... Okay, hang on. Bottom fishing. Let's see if this changes it. What is going...
There's only 2 times you'll see the Abafana together. That's bright time, or if big game hunters show up.
Okay, maybe we have to get out a... Is there an actual, like, bottom feeding? No, there's just bait casting and spinning, so... we'll take out the Hund and see what's going on with that. Is it just that one reel type doesn't let you use? What the hell is going on here? I can't... Okay, this is getting weird. Why is it... Oh, max line strength is only 6 on that. Okay, let me see. Okay, maybe that's where I'm getting some screw-ups in here. So that's max of 6, that's max of 3. So maybe we've got to buy ourselves a better feeder rod. Yeah, we might as well go for the strongest there is here. That solves it. Okay. I do feel like there could be a better way of expressing and letting you know what the issue is why you can't have something equipped. But yeah, that solved it. Okay. My bad, my bad. And we'll just slap on, I guess, the corn for now. So now that that's in order and we're basically broke, let's make our way back out here and see about trying to actually get a little bit of fishing done today. And I don't think I really need to worry about using a pathway, because it looks like we don't have to worry too much about fall damage, so we can just run our way straight down to it. Now, yeah, we'll get this out and through in order, and then see about probably just spending the rest of the weekend bottom fishing, and maybe trying to hit some of the other spots where we've got the photo stuff for the main mission. Now, it did make me wonder if there would be another club for, like, Jighead, but I don't know. Because, I mean, there is that 4th one that is supposedly in progress, but it does feel like it might be a case of, it's yet to be done or included, and then maybe an update will have it in? I don't really know. But yeah, now we just gotta play the waiting game. It really is basically just like float fishing, but instead of watching your float, you're just watching the rod tip. And let me check and see. So, mirror carp, we might as well have that as our first focus. Artificial corn and corn, so it could strike this. I'll just have to wait and see what happens here. Yeah, unfortunately, unlike float fishing where you can kind of try changing things up, I don't know if there is like a longer rest period you want to leave your setup in the water for, or how it's best to do this style. Because, like, this is also the style of fishing where you more commonly have, like, you have a rod stand out and in place, if I remember right, and you'd want the bells at the end, so that way, whenever something eventually does go for it, if it does, you hear it. And it's like one of those things you leave more on its own than you're actively holding onto the rod. Yeah, I'll just give it, I guess, a couple of minutes, see if anything does strike on this, and then change it up for another bait type. I have to imagine using a hook size 3 shouldn't be too large for the area. We have been catching some of these fish, like the carps and that, on... I think it's been about that size of hook. Although I guess I could shrink that down depending on, like, if we see any action or not in a while. Yeah, I'm having a feeling we'll have to change this setup, because nothing is really happening. So maybe we'll shrink the hook size down a little bit. We'll go for maybe just a 5. And let me try the dog biscuits. See if we have any better luck with this. We're into a little bit of deeper water, I think. Let's see if doing that double switch helps us out at all. Now, I know for the African sharp-toothed catfish, whenever we do want to look at trying to get one of those, we'll likely have to set the time of day to night. But everything else that we have for, like, well, that and the mottled eel, but everything else shouldn't have any issue about, like, time of day we're at. I was like, if I do check our journal, yeah, you don't have a time of day, nor do you. The red nose doesn't have. Yeah, so it's just, and it is just the catfish we have yet to catch a member of to be able to say we caught one of every fish of this reserve. I think this might actually be the first reserve or second. I know Troll Spirit, there were a couple species I didn't manage to land, so I didn't have one of every fish there. But I can't remember if on Golden Ridge I was able to get everything or not. We'll just keep waiting and see what happens. I'm a little surprised that we haven't had any activity for this yet. Because you, like... Yeah, so you have a full list of stuff you could go for, too. It's kind of hard to say from... maybe the boilies, though. It does list as one of the top ones there. But you don't have listed... Oh, you do have the boilies as well. Even the game's giving me my little pity hint in the top there. Okay, I think that is a sign. We'll bring this back in and switch out the bait for... I can't remember if that is the boilie we've got on or not. Yeah, that is. Okay. So we'll see if we have better luck with this. There we go. Tap to bottom. And we just wait and see. Yeah, of course, we can see stuff jumping out from the surface or that, but what's lurking deep down doesn't really seem to either be there or care. But I think of all the fishing methods the game does have, bottom fishing is kind of the weakest one of them right now. At least float fishing, because there's like that timer of activity, you kind of know if you've left it sit for just a little too long in the water, you can know to bring it out and you're not really missing anything. Oh, there we go. Bottom fishing, though, it does seem like it takes a little bit more time. You have to let stuff play out before you might see any results. And truth be told, with the strength of the line we've got and the rod, I don't know, it's probably going to take like the largest of things to really challenge us with like, whether the gear can endure it or not. Feels like we are probably a little stronger than we need to be, but until we do get our sizing and everything in order, might as well just see how this plays out. And we got ourselves a bronze mirror carp to start with. Okay, so at least we do know that... No, Matt did complete the location challenge, so at least we can say we got something done. I want to step this up to... We'll go up to a 4 now, just going by the usual logic of how the game sort of operates. I'm going to try casting this into closer water. I don't know if that'll actually give us any better luck with being closer to shore or not, but... yeah, I don't think it hurts. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is nothing actually happens. We're just sitting here doing nothing. But yeah, we'll try to land one more fish, wrap things up for today's episode. And the next episode, maybe we'll even try going out into some of the really deep stuff over here. See if we can get any luck with something big down there. Well, we just gotta sit and bide our time. Any moment now. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing much I can really do to dress this up or change it up to be more action-oriented. It's literally drop your line in the water and wait and see if anything ever happens and don't touch it. So again, I'll give it another minute or two in case nothing does happen. But at least with the location challenge done, that does mean I can kind of be freed up to try anywhere I want for any of these other objectives. Because I will admit, I like that. Instead of having the location challenge pop up where you pick it up, you gotta go all the way out to a spot, they're just kind of naturally sprinkled across the map, so as you find them, that's the spot to work at for them. Because originally, I think that was kind of how... I had a little bit of trouble on Golden Ridge with that, because I forgot when I came back to the game after it had gotten its updates with the console release, that I don't think the game always was quick to tell you you have to go to a specific spot on the map, and then try for that fish. But this way does feel a little bit better and encourages you to explore and find new stuff to kind of tackle and do. And I think we will have to go to a new spot, because not really much is happening here with the time we're waiting. Yeah, bait feeding, I don't know how potent this can be. It still feels like for the funds you need for it, it's probably not going to be all that helpful to go for. I just noticed our poor wallet amount. Only down to 135 left, so I did break the bank a bit with this setup. So hopefully we can use the baits we've got and everything else to be able to land some fish to get that stock back up. But yeah, it doesn't seem like anything's happening there. So what we'll do is we'll pull that in, end this episode off. The next episode, we'll grab a boat and go down on the water and see what we can find. But thank you guys very much for joining me on this episode of The Angler, Call of the Wild. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. And until I see you all in the next video or episode, Anglers and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy angling.